All right, we're going to talk about unit rate today, and this is just a spin-off of ratios. So let's get right to it. To find unit rate, you take a ratio and you just divide it. That's all you're trying to do. You're trying to get it down to a unit meaning one. So look at this example. Joe goes 30 miles in 5 hours when he walks. So what is his unit rate? And for this would be, you would say, what's the rate that he walks? And the rate is, you set up a ratio and then you divide it. So it's 30 miles over 5 hours, and you divide it, 30 divided by 5, and that gives you 6 miles over 1 hour. But we normally just say 6 miles per hour. So these two things, this and this, are the same thing. So 6 miles over 1 hour is the same thing as saying 6 miles per hour. Or you could say 6 miles per 1 hour. And this is the unit rate. Let's look at some examples. Problem one, a car dealership sold 290 cars in 5 months. At what rate did the dealership sell cars in cars per month? So you're looking at 1 month, how many cars in 1 month? So you simply just write a fraction, a ratio, 290 cars equals 5 months. Oh, sorry, over 5 months. You do 290 divided by 5, and you get 58 cars a month. Unit rate is used a lot of times to compare. So sometimes you don't know if 290 cars per 5 months is good or bad. So a dealership will break it down per month, and it's 58 cars per month. So if that's a good figure for them, then they say, yeah, that's good. If it's not, then they would say we need to do better. You could even break this down even further and say how many cars per week and divide it by 4. But for this one, it's just 1 per month. Problem 2, Curtis decided to go on a road trip to Canada. On the first day of his trip, he drove for 15 hours and traveled 960 miles. At what rate did he travel in the first day in miles per hour? So here's also the key. When you see miles per hour, that means you put the miles first and then the hours, and then you just divide. That's all you're doing with unit rate. You're just dividing. So 960 miles over 15 hours. That gives you 960 divided by 15, and that gives you 64 miles per hour. So his rate is 64 miles per hour, or 64 miles per 1 hour. Problem 3, driving 70 miles an hour, it takes Alicia 3 hours to reach the airport to go on vacation. It then takes her 3 hours to get to her destination with a jet traveling at a speed of 350 miles per hour. How many miles does Alicia travel to get to her destination? All right, this is a little bit different. It's kind of the reverse of unit rate. I give you the unit, 70 miles per hour. So that means 70 miles for every hour. And she goes 3 hours. So it's 70, 70, and 70. Because she goes 70 miles every hour. So it's for 3 hours. Then it takes her 3 hours to get to her destination with the jet traveling at a speed of 350 miles per hour. So she goes 3 hours again at 350 miles per hour, much faster. So for every hour, she goes 350 miles in this airplane. Now, to get the total miles of how much she travels, you just add up all of these figures. And I've got a little bit better looking way of doing this. And there it is. The 3 hours driving is 70, 77, 210. The airplane goes 350 miles per hour. So that's 350, 350, 350, 1,050. Then you add them up together to get 1,260. So there is your final miles that she traveled. Problem 4. How long will it take Pablo to bike 81 miles if he's biking at a speed of 9 miles per hour? So he's going 9 miles per hour. So in 1 hour, he goes 9 miles. 2 hours, 9 miles. 3 hours, 9 miles. Now, how many total is that so far? That's 27. All right, we got to keep going. We got to get 81. So another 9. Another 9. How many nines we got here? We got 5. All right, let's erase this 27. You've got 1, 18, 27, 36, 45. Up. We got to keep going to 81. Now, hopefully you're realizing, hey, why don't we just do 9 into 81? And if we do that, we get 9 hours, because 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. If you add up all of these, you will get 81. And let's look at it a little bit more neat. He goes 81 miles. He bikes at 9 miles per hour. So you take the 9 and keep adding 9 until you get 81. Or just divide 81, divide 9. Problem 5. Abdul's average speed is 30 miles per hour in heavy traffic. So once again, he's going 30 miles for every hour. It's not very fast. His average speed is 50 miles per hour in light traffic. So he's getting 50 miles for every hour here, 30 miles for every hour there. If he was in heavy traffic for 1 hour and light traffic for 2 hours, how far did Abdul travel? So he's in heavy traffic for 1 hour, so he goes 30 miles. He's in light traffic for 2 miles, so he goes 50 and 50. How far do you travel? So you're going to add these up and you get 130 miles. All right, and this is a little neater version. For 1 hour, he'll go 30 miles. Light traffic is 50 miles per hour, so it's 50 and 50, that's 100. And you get 130 total miles. Problem 6, a video game display 105 frames in 5 seconds on Penelope's computer. What is the rate in frames per second? This is a straight frames per second. So since it's frames per second, you want this on top, this on bottom, and just divide. And it's pretty straightforward. And there's the ratio, 105 divided by 5, and that gives you 21 frames per 1 second. So every second, 21 frames, every second. Problem 7, Marie and Ming start at the same point and drive in opposite directions. So we can kind of draw a little picture here. So Marie, we'll say, goes this way, and we'll say Ming goes this way. Marie drives 36 miles, and we'll write Marie under here. Ming here. Marie drives 36 miles per hour, and Ming drives 38 miles per hour. How far apart will they be in 2 hours? So Marie drives 36 miles per hour for 2 hours. So 36 and 36. Ming drives 38 miles per hour in 2 hours. So 38 and 38. So Marie drives, we add that up, and we get 72 miles that she goes. She gets out here 72 miles. 38 and 38, I add those up, and I get 76 miles that Ming travels. So how far apart are they? Well, Ming's 76 miles away from the starting point where they were, and Marie is 72 miles away. So we just add the two together, and we get 148. All right, and let's look a little bit better professional look here. There's the starting point. Oh, I did Marie on that side and Ming on that side. That's okay. It's just kind of the opposite. Marie goes 36 and 36, 72. Ming 38 and 38, 76. You add the two together to get 148 miles apart. Problem 8, biking at 12 miles per hour. It takes Kristen 1 hour to reach the train station. All right, so she goes 12 miles per hour and goes 1 hour. So that means she went 12 miles. Kristen then takes the train to work, and it takes another hour for her to get to work when the train travels 24 miles per hour. How far does she travel to work? Well, for 1 hour, she went 12 miles per hour. So you write down 12. For another hour, she goes 24 miles per hour. So you write down 24. And then that's it, 36 miles. And let's see it. By 12 mile, MPH is miles per hour, means 12 miles for every hour. She goes 1 hour, so that's 12 miles. Train goes 24 miles per hour, so that's 24 miles. Added together, you get 36. Problem 9, Ramona went to theme park during spring break. She was there for 9 hours and rode 18 rides. At what rate did she ride per hour? All right. Rides per hour. So you want rides per hour. So you put this on top, rides, and this on bottom, hours. So it's 18 rides. I'm going to put R over 9 hours. And then you just divide. 18 divided by 9 is 2 rides for every 1 hour. And there you have it. And let's see it a little better typed out. 18 rides, 9 hours. 18 divided by 9 is 2 rides per hour. Problem 10. If Katrina runs at a pace of 5 miles per hour, how many miles can she run in 2 hours? She goes 5 miles per hour. So that's 5 for 1 hour. She goes 2 hours, so another 5. And that equals 10. Let's see it a little more better typed up.